Down we go. Picking a hill to go down. Get a nice little bank turn in there. No G-forces, or lower G-forces anyway. What do we got here? Tilt section, 0 G roll, loop, large corkscrew, half loop. Okay, I got it. Oh, no you don't. I accidentally hit the try to complete track, so... Oh, it did find it. Interesting. No way. Sometimes it can't find it, but I didn't really want to do that, so... We'll use that loop to kind of displace us out of the way of the hill, and then we'll do a half loop so that we can do this nice little cobra roll thing. So there's 3 inversions, bam, 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 and then there's 2 more before that. So I think that that's pretty much good to call our coaster a day. So what we're going to do is take it out and do a couple of helixes. And helixes are basically just like those spirals that go down to the ground. When you're running the ride, it's a lot of positive G-forces mostly. So here, for example, and then you're a lower than the level you were before when you started through the turn. I still have a lot of speed, actually. I guess I didn't realize that I was building a hypercoaster. Hopefully that this won't be too intense. I'm worried that it will be. I might just try to amend this and maybe lower this hill a few notches. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. Well, but then it will make it to here. I'm going to make this go all the way down to nothing. That's what I'm going to do. Yep, perfect. And then, let's see. We can add trim brakes in a couple of places if we want. I might add one here, but it might be better there. And a trim brake is basically anything that's going to take the top speed of the ride down with, you know, friction. I'm just kind of watching the ghost train go through the circuit. Oh yeah. Then it goes. That's definitely going to slow her down. I don't even know if I like it creeping that much. I think I'm going to actually change that to 6? No, 4. Yeah. But that definitely does help the loop. I was worried about that for sure. Oh, almost there. Let's go ahead and add our brakes section as well for here. And the block brakes. The block brakes is going to add a section for the coaster to stop and wait for the other coaster to finish that portion of the ride. And just add another station platform. Alright, sweet. So what I'm going to do is change from 5 to 7 cars because... or 6, I guess? Yeah, I guess 6 is all you can do. Alright, well, normally these models of coaster would have 7 cars. This is actually supposed to be like the Vekoma model. Oh yeah, and I said I was going to actually lower this hill, so no, I wasn't going to do that. Actually, I added that brake, so that should be fun. Let me go ahead and take this to this view, so we can ride it. We're gonna fall off! And yep, that's what it's like on that ride. There's only one of them in the whole world, and that's in Taiwan. Obviously the ground looks weird because I still have the 3D grid on. And here's a little helix. Into another 0G roll. Which I do think that they look somewhat unnatural. Like, a lot of the way that the game looks in this game is not very accurate. And I'm not holding out hope that the new RollerCoaster Tycoon is going to be very accurate looking. But I just like the fact that you can ride the rides, I guess. There was a really good game that I played as a kid. I don't know where people still get it somewhere, but it was called like Sim Theme Park, or it was basically like the Sim City people. They had their own game where you could ride the rides, and it was definitely not realistic in any way. It was, you know, very kind of kiddie and themed oriented. So I didn't check to see if it's going to make it up this hill. Nope. Alright. But that's okay, because we know it made it to the end. So, well, here's what we're going to do to fix it. Just a little lift hill. And we're going to increase the speed of the lift hill as well. Here it is. Yep, 10 miles an hour. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and get our line, our queue line. And this pin right here triggers this upward-downward slope, which is very helpful when you're dealing with weird terrain. It's just best to go ahead and use it so you can kind of gauge where the land is versus, you know, where you need to be going. Because sometimes if you're not careful, it won't join properly, like here, for example. So right here, what I'm going to do is just kind of keep it high for a little bit longer until I know that I can get good contact with the ground. And then typically you have a better chance of contacting the ground if you do a slanted slope instead of the staircase, which is used to kind of get them down faster, I guess. We're going to do this nice tiled path. I really like that path a lot. It kind of reminds me of the original RollerCoaster Tycoon path. see right here we're having a problem, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it up like this, and just kind of have to be careful when you're doing it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I don't like this tarmac. It's so cheap. Get a clue, Six Flags. Get a clue. The one in California is literally like Six Flags over pavement. Well, some of it is. There's some rides that are. Some of it's pretty nice. I'm gonna add trees and stuff up here, of course. But what I want to go ahead and do is turn off this grid lines, because that's annoying. Turn off that track height indicator, because that's also annoying. And go ahead and get some peeps on it. So right now we have, I don't know why it's, I seem to remember that this particular, oh yeah, block section, I forgot to check that. Oh, there is 3. Well, should I do it with 3? Yeah, I think I should do it with 3. Let's give it a whirl. If it stacks too much, I'll reduce it down to 2. Now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and add some stuff. Tilt coaster needs to be tested. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I know it's gonna work.